hoof down and check the mail trash here in a few. Right. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm tired of the movies because I'm tired of the finances. We should have been living the Lord's Prayer by 2009 once they challenged me and realized they should have had the humility to realize, this guy's right. It is time to live the Lord's Prayer now. But they didn't because they're broken, and then they perpetuate their brokenness on you and then try to blame it on all of you. We tried to give them the Lord's Prayer, but they didn't want it. Really? I don't think you tried hard enough. I ain't seen it on David Muir and shit, C-SPAN, you know. All your trusted news, the team the team you trust. I see, when they interviewed me about living the Lord's Prayer instead of filling Aggie Memorial Stadium to pay people's rent with, Sir Paul McCartney, it didn't, no. I don't think I know for a fact the rich people are not giving the poor people an opportunity to listen to the Sermon on the Mount at the 1322nd me. I'm certain of it. And when I sat there and I was watching, all those things are a prayer. When they force that stuff at me, these people are talking to the Spirit of Jesus. And I listen, especially to Polynesian families in Utah, because I was raised in the Mormon church, right? And my big contention with the Mormon church was the racism when I was young and left. And then Spencer G. Kimball had to reinvent himself because he couldn't keep up with the kid, right? And you've got it all over him. You spilled your crush on him. Bob, he's such a dork. Yeah, got a crush and spilled some crush on you. I was like, maybe they would shine off on that. I don't know. This is, yeah, the Jets. Anybody else like the Jets? Yeah. My favorite was their Christmas album. My favorite song of theirs is This Christmas This Year. But I also like Eugene's voice. He's the guy who sings Rocket to You. He sings, I'm home for Christmas. I'm home for Christmas once again. He has a real good big voice. Right? He has probably the biggest voice in the family. It's not like Christmas when we're apart. I'm home for Christmas. Home for Christmas once again, if only in my heart. Yeah, he does a real good job of it. Leroy's is fun. What's that one? 'Cause you make it Christmas each morning, and you make every night like New Year's Eve, 'cause you make it Christmas. They have a certain lisp. Like, Eugene doesn't. Leroy does, and so does, is it Elizabeth? She has a good voice. The one who sings "Windows Full of Little Smiles." I really, that's one of my favorite Christmas carols. Yeah. And I'm with you this Christmas Eve. Skip the packages, you're all I need. This Christmas this year. Buddy loved it. The bisexual from this is an awesome Christmas album. I was like, he played it, and I was like, I got to agree with him. I bought it. Yeah, I was like, yeah, it is. It's a very good Christmas album. Yeah, these kids can sing. They have good harmonies. The little girls are good singers. Eugene's a real good singer. He is. Yeah. And they all have the talent to be able to sing in a melodious way that really makes you enjoy the song. It's not like, here, if I pay you money, will you shut up? Please don't sing like the little girl at the graduation ceremony at the Christmas school. No one else said it. Amy's sitting there watching it. She was singing, what was it? I believe the children are future. Yeah, and she was singing it, and she was elongating the notes and everything. I was like, Amy, why didn't they tell that little girl, Somebody needs to set that little girl down and go, baby, I called you here today for a bit of bad news. I don't want to listen to you sing because of the obligations and the ties that you have. So when you turn and don't look back. I want to remember you just like this. Let's just kiss and say goodbye. Here, where's my diploma? Okay, I'm out of here. I had to meet you here today. I got to get that piece of paper so I can go get paid. Right? It's the truth, man. So if you're living the Lord's Prayer, people can't really sing that good. You don't have to sit in the graduation ceremony for institutionalization, indoctrination, and incarceration. You just say, my motherfucker, I want to go tackle somebody. Leva, Vida, I get it, bro. I get it, but let's keep calm. Mom kept dad out of jail. And mom's love for dad through their kids that she saw in his, she did the whole thing. When you love a woman, she said, I can save that man. He has a love in there that wants to protect and take care of his family. And I can keep it calm and I can keep him out of jail. And I can get kids that are like me to keep his kids out of jail. And she did it. Uh-huh. In Utah. Okay, where the system is set up to take Polynesians and turn them into Missouri-born, battle for the boot Wyoming cowboys at an incarceration institution. Yes, she did it, and still tries to allow them to be Samoan or Tongan. Get the fuck out of it. No. I want to be the mom that shows up and says, my son's playing today. I got tickets waiting. You know? She's adorable. They're a beautiful couple. But they're trapped in hell. I'm not envious. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. I don't envy anybody. Okay. No. And when we're living the Lord's Prayer, there's 8 billion people on the planet. There will be a girl from me that says, Earl, Aladdin, I choose you. My name's not Aladdin. Don't be making bullshit propaganda movies about women running the estate. Fuck, they did. God damn. Genie, you're free. Fazo, put the goddamn cooler on the stand. Shit, this motherfucker, here we go again. And here we go again. Oh, damn, it's another Will Smith rap song. Make it stop. I want to listen to Bill Withers. When you not listening about the girl singing when he used to George Benson at the incarceration document ceremony? Come on, help me out, Bloomfield family. Help me out. Right? The Bloomfields, they don't like the bullshit. Because it's illegit, man. I don't want to spend all night doing homework. I can explain to you what I feel and how I feel it without having to have a piece of paper for indoctrination, incarceration, and institutionalization. What do you want to do? Surfing might be a little bit crazy trying to impress crazy people, but let's build a really good boat so I don't have to fight with the sharks. Give me a good spear. Let's go fishing. Because, we did the nets. Now the nets are getting thin, so we got to go get a boat. Come on, old man in the sea. Young men in the sea, too. Let's go. What do you got to do? Just be careful. Don't panic. That's a shark. Yeah, they will eat you. Okay. Son, listen to me. When you're old enough, you're going to have to listen before we go out on that boat. You could get me and you killed trying to save you from not listening to me. You ain't got to tackle shit. You got that spear? Aim. Okay. There you go. Now, when you kill that shark, it's going to attract more. That's why you just want to get it to go away and we mean business and we just want the fish like they want to eat the fish, but they're going to have to eat their fish somewhere else because we got teeth too. Sharpen that rock and sharpen that and put it on that stick and tie it tight. Okay. Come on, Ohana. I ain't going to leave nobody behind. We're all going to do this right. You're not surfing to impress the girls. When you're surfing, that's like fighting with the waves and the sharks. And when that's ignorant, right? And when you're trying to fight to impress the ignorant, you can have babies with the ignorant. I don't want to have babies with the ignorant. I want to have babies with a woman that loves me and has a big brother to protect the little brother from what I thought was me because they tried to fuck me into the gang, right? Right? Had to go the hard way. And Vita's like, man, I tried to, but he had to do it for himself. Yeah, Zora Neale Hurston, I get it. The Halle Berry movie, yeah, she's cute. I think so too. Right? So I was engaged to a girl that looked a lot like her. More like Dorothy Dandridge than Halle Berry. Yeah. Law looked more like Dorothy Dandridge than Halle Berry do. Yeah. The face is a little bit rounder with the little, yeah, she's so pretty. I used to have a Polaroid of her with doing the little pose, and I had it, and I set it by my bed, and I carried with me when I went to class, when I was in military indoctrination training, and I'd look at it. She's going to marry me and have my babies. It didn't happen. No. I was led to believe in Sierra Vista, Arizona, that they took the baby that she had aborted and plugged it into a supercomputer at Fort Huachuca. No wonder she didn't want to marry me. No wonder she doesn't like to think about it. Women are connected to the baby. You believe that's true? We're not living the Lord's Prayer. It's 2026, and they've been abusing me my whole life, and my life fulfilled the book of Revelation. Yeah, I believe it's just pretty tangible that they could have taken Yolanda's son and plugged him into a computer, because they talked about Michael Aquino and Antoine LaVey doing that with certain babies they considered from families they considered savants or Asperger's, because they were considered charismatic cult leaders because people were focused their communications on that particular family. And they thought we were being charismatic cults, used car dealers, politicians, Hitlerian. It's the way they saw us. It's not my fault that my righteousness and my faithful love was the beacon of hope for all people, not to be home invasion, debt and trespass, murdering a manipulative, aggressive fucking rapists like old King David had to deal with, and, Joseph, Daniel, so on, so on, so forth. It's not my fault I'm a good man. It's your fault, because you're not. The Quorum of the 12, the Vatican can't. Right? It's not my fault that you're not a man. That's false. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. It's all squarely on your shoulders. And all you guys out there trying to be a man, you're doing it all wrong because of all the bitches that are fucking you with the money and the head with the technology. And I know that. Okay. If I have to do it all by myself, you'd be real embarrassed when I come in the room and all the women are going, he's a man, he's here. He looks like Uncle Fester because they tried to poison him to death because they were jealous of him when he had the Brad Pitt V going on in 2017. And he was real cute sitting on top of the toilet making the videos in the bathroom outside of the McDonald's, just a couple clicks from Fort Huachuca and right next to Wick Communications. John Wick and his pencils. Okay, do you understand? I need a gun. You killed Ted, you medieval dickwit. Those are historical babes, dude. They're all historical babes. Every time you see something on this, it's a historical babe. That's the ghost of Christmas past. Every time you look and you covet and you want their bullshit through their money and their sex on their screens, you're looking at a ghost. Okay. If you want to look at life, stand up for the Lord's Prayer. Find a dope Chicana and make her your wife. Viva la familia. Okay, I'm being silly. Find a woman. You don't have to find a woman. When you're doing the right thing, the right one will find you. It's not really finding you. When you're doing the right thing, right things happen. When you're doing the wrong thing, you can try to be right for each other, but you're just trapped in hell praying to Jesus to save your kids all the while. And, I can use technology to protect people with technology from technology, but I can't protect people from themselves. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. And if you turn God into a possessive pronoun first person in your head, there's no way the living Messiah can help you get away from your own right, said Fred. I'm too sexy for my shirt. A house in the middle of a street, a house where we used to sleep, when we just have such fine time, such happy time. Back in the day when I was young, and I remember when we used to, and I remember back when, it's like, yeah, I do too. And it was miserable. Okay. It was funny, Lost Boys. Hanging from the Bridge? No, that's a movie. Oh, that's right. I'm John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell. But when my life was real and not made up by people, watching Dance Me Outside. No, you like all the people told me here in town, the bets, Earl, you want to meet all these people? They play you in a movie and they suck at it. That's true. Who stood up to the Klan in Las Cruces all by himself to protect the people that were abused by the Klan in the sheriff's office in Doñeta County in the 1980s? Wasn't Edward Norton, wasn't Chris Pratt, and was not Chris Evans or Chris Hemsworth or Chris Pine or Denzel Washington or Michael B. Jordan for that matter. It was Earl, okay, who stood up to aggressive military-trained sports coaches that would hurt people to get more money to coach. Who was it? It wasn't Michael Jordan. It wasn't Bam Adebayo. It wasn't Dwayne Wade. It wasn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It wasn't Wilt Chamberlain. And it wasn't Charles Barkley or Michael Jordan. It was don't sell sneakers because the Lord's Prayer is perfect, Earl, right? Who quit playing sports when, the fastest professional football player said they're talking, you need to play professional football. You are the fastest person I've ever seen run. I'll try basketball, but, he was trying to talk me into it. If I had ran as fast, I don't know if I'd been able to. I think I would have stopped myself. They had me do it again. I was just trying not to be embarrassed, you know. And all the Mexicans were certain he's faster. They'd all say that too. He's faster than the Negros because they thought I was Mexican. No, he's fast. They all thought I was Mexican, so I was the fastest, And I didn't understand why they all thought I was Mexican. And then Bob's mom explained it to me. I was like, but my dad is white. No, he's not. He's Mexican. All Mexicans lie to avoid La Migra. Oh shit, they think dad's a Mexican and we're lying to not be deported. But my mom's white. Doesn't that make us citizens? She met him one night in Laredo, just a wild Comanchero, they say, right? Isn't my mom the white British version, Irish version of Eva Maria Morales? If that's the case, of my dad's a Mexican outlaw and she's the good girl right, right. Hey, Marianne, you're right, Marianne. That's from New Edition. See my Marianne walking away. Right, yeah. Mom was the obvious white girl, with the blue eye in the and dad was the Mexican that she married. Yeah. Everybody thought he was. Everywhere we went. Your dad's Mexican. No, he ain't Mexican. He looks like Burt Reynolds, and Burt Reynolds plays Mexican in movies. And also, Navajo Joe. I get that. But no, he's white like Burt Reynolds, and the same thing, from Florida. He ain't from Florida, he from Tennessee, but they got the same, in Texas. And you got the same, yet, no, Jew, to, all right, that's my dad, right? Sierra Blanca, right? Y'all don't understand, does you? He looked like Burt Reynolds, but Burt Reynolds is Burt Reynolds. He's not Navajo Joe. He's not the Mexican guy with Raquel Welch and Jim Brown. He's pretending for money, but his name is Burt Reynolds. Okay? My dad's name, Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. Yeah. Grandma was reputed to be the love child, of a Cherokee and a white person. Okay. But the DNA test from the Mormon Church says no. No, there's no Cherokee. She looks Cherokee, okay? But the DNA says she all white, French, okay? She's Bonet. Okay? A Bonet, Lisa Bonet's my relative. Maybe we're relatives. Maybe so. She's a cousin. Oh, damn, that's like Sedalia and everything. And how close are cousins? I'm just kidding, but Cosby Show? Nah, the two people I was most attracted to on the Cosby Show, okay? And everybody else was too. Ahmad's wife and Nancy, her mother, Nancy Wilson. Nancy Wilson. I love her. Okay. Everybody else loved me. Nancy Wilson. I have a crush on Mrs. Wilson. And what does it matter? You're just superficial and shallow. Yeah. If her husband was mean to her and she walked up and said, Earl, will you marry me? Well, yes, Nancy, I will. I saw a warm December with Sidney Poitier. Only I think I'll get more time with you. Okay, I love you too. Will you sing to me? Sing Never Let Me Go Again. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Sing it again. Play it again, Sam. Okay. You must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss. A sigh is still a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by, right? Never let me go. Love me much too much. If you let me go, life would lose its touch, right? There's no me without you, right? So, the Bloomfields. So you're saying there's a dude that looks like me in the woodpile that turns you all into outlaws, huh? Bloomfield? That ain't a Tongan, no. Kafusi, Tuiasa Sopo, Faga, Fafita. Okay. Those are Samoan and Tonga names, Bloomfield? No, man. That means there's a motherfucker like me in the woodpile who gave you the name and then said, okay, y'all outlaws. Don't be outlaws. Don't listen to that motherfucker. He was crazy. Okay. As a white man, I'm I implore you. I am telling you. I am telling you now. I'm telling you. That's Herman's Hermits. I'm telling you right away. They made a lot of their make-believe money by singing Sam Cooke songs. Don't know much about history. Yeah, she's a must to avoid. Kind of Hush is my personal favorite of theirs. But I like lots of Herman's Hermits. Something tells me I'm into something good. Have you also heard Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter? And they have to sing it with a British accent. You know, if she's found that I've been round to see you, tell her that I'm well and feeling fine. Don't tell you on, don't let her know she's broke my heart. Right, it's a good tone. Mrs. Brown, you got a lovely. Herman's Hermits. Yeah. Apparently Herman, the lead singer, has a very thick British accent, but the dogs, you really dig them, man. They're really cool. If you got good taste, well, there's no accounting for some folks' taste. But yeah, it's good stuff. But kind of Hush. That's probably their best. There's a kind of hush all over the world tonight. All over the world you can hear the sound of lovers in love. You know what I mean? Just the two of us and nobody else in sight. There's nobody else and I'm feeling good. Just holding you tight. So listen very carefully. Closer now and you will see what I mean. It isn't a dream. The only sound that you will hear is when I whisper in your ear, I love you forever and ever. Right, everybody? Yeah. Could we even say, maybe do guys like Johnny Hartman? Does that come with a British accent? Let's see, British accent to Wisma. Okay, Jason Statham. In the wee small hours of the morning, you lie there and think of the girl. I don't know, it's hard to do a British accent trying to sound like Johnny Hartman. Excuse me, I think I've gone squirrely. Earl the squirrel. I don't know, man, it's hard. In the wee small hours of the morning, right? Anything else like Johnny Hartman? Damn, that brother's good, man. It's good. John Coltrane, Johnny Hartman. You haven't? You should. Okay. I just dropped by to say hello. That's a good one, too. I get goosebumps just saying that. Okay. That's how good that song is, yo. Yeah, he comes in kind of a melancholy mood because of all this and that. And I just dropped by, forgive me my mood, but I just dropped by to say hello. It's really good. Yeah. Man has a really good voice. Walk up to Susanna's office, say, come on, honey, let's go make some noise, right? Well, we can have the neighbors, the little boys throwing frisbees in the backyard and have Cindy and Raymond outside the cul-de-sac sitting there saying, what you doing in there, Earl? I'm washing her hair, Cindy, Can you get Raymond some of that shampoo? No, but I can get you to, have Law teach you how to do When Harry Met Sally Crassus, you know what I'm saying? Just gotta have it. Do you know? Just let yourself go, okay? You gotta be quiet because you don't want to disturb the neighbors. You don't want people talking about you like you're a slut burger bag and all that shit. Just go. No, I am having an orgasm, and all of North Phoenix is going to know that I enjoy the orgasm, and I like the process of orgasm, and I'm gonna shout it all across the cul-de-sac. Okay, Cindy? Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay. All right, there you go. Donna Summer, thank you. Sheila Robinson? Okay. Oh my God. There you go. Uno momento poquito, right? I love to love you, baby. Do it to me again and again. You put me in such an awful spin and a spin and a spin. Let's go make some noise, baby. Right? You know what I'm saying? And you got to, baby, we can do it. Take the time, do it right. We can do it, baby. And if you get your own, come to the place in the wildwood. It's like, hey, we got lots of trees and we have some room between neighbors and we built a solid adobe building to have privacy with the holy covenants to get busy so we don't have to audition for parts in movies to Ruthie Bever Johnson and then have a video of her straddling an otter pop or a jello pudding pop. That's just batshit crazy. All right, to commit the sin in the mind is the same to commit it in the flesh. Forgive that trespass, love one eternal, faithful peace now. And then, instead of a few stolen moments is all that we share, You got your family and they need you there. The only way to get a family is to get alone. I think we're alone now. That doesn't seem to be. And the concert is private. Come on, baby, let's go make some noise. Love to love you, baby. I'll do it to you again and again and put your head in an awful spin. But yeah, in the wee small hours of the morning, too, right when we wake up. And driving slow, I ain't driving nothing. I'm parking all the cars. We're living the Lord's Prayer. And I never want to leave, right? And she will be loved, and no voice box. And she will be loved, and she will be loved. In every Bloomfield, in every blooming county, on every blooming nation on that you guys call nations, on this beautiful big dirt clod covered by a big beautiful body of water, because Selassie is Lord and always will be. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. I hear little girls' prayers on the couches before Auntie, Mommy takes them all to church. Put your white shirts on. Or you can wear your socks and a t-shirt. Maybe want to brush your teeth in case a cute girl comes along and smiles in your face and you want to talk back to her and say, hi, what's your name? Is it Peggy or Sue? What's your name? And then she goes, okay, but don't let me catch you with your backfield in motion. Okay, don't want to penalize nobody. When you make a commitment, make sure that's a commitment for life. Because being a husband and a wife is a holy covenant for eternal faithful love. Right? Right. Thank you, Bloomfield family. I love family too. They get on, my family gets on my last nerve too, 17 times past last Sunday. Jesus is the Bible. No, the Bible is because of Jesus, not Jesus is because of the Bible. No. The man that speaks the faithful word in the flesh, okay? He is the reason, not the book, the man. No man, no book, okay? They sell lots of comic books. That doesn't mean Superman's real, okay? The Lord's Prayer is perfect because he's perfect, not because of the book at the comic book store with name, image, and likeness. Thank you, Bloomfield family. Okay. All right. Love you all very much. Get your snow in your college, right? All right. Peace. Hey, Sister Snow, right? Okay. I love you, man. Peace out.